The Nightmare on Elm Street franchise is one of the most well-known horror series in cinematic history. The first 6 movies all grossed over $400 million worldwide. There's nothing quite like watching Freddy Krueger pop out at you from your dreams to get your heart racing. But although the series has had its ups and downs with critics, there are still some things about this classic slasher that we don't know. So let's get into it. Here are 10 Nightmare on Elm Street urban legends you never knew existed. Number 10. This actor was almost Freddy. When you think of Freddy Krueger, you probably immediately think of Robert Englund. He brought the character to life for our generation and has become synonymous with the role. But did you know that there were several actors who were considered for the role before Englund? For example, there were talks of John Carpenter playing the role. However, the director ultimately decided to pass due to his busy schedule, opting instead to helm the film Big Trouble in Little China. Michael Keaton was also considered and even screen-tested for the role, but he lost out to Engelbert. Other actors who were up for the role include Lance Henriksen, Max von Sydow, Clint Howard, Adam West, and even Ernest Borgnine. It would have been pretty cool to see any of these men in the role, but we're just glad that Englund got the part. Number 9. Tobe Hooper's cut. When Wes Craven's original script for A Nightmare on Elm Street didn't work out with the studio because of budget issues, he reached out to friend and fellow director Tobe Hooper for help. Together, they worked on the script until it was finally approved by the studio. And when shooting began, Hooper actually directed about 30 minutes worth of footage. This included scenes such as Nancy being chased through the woods by Freddy, which was ultimately reworked into the boiler room sequence, as well as Nancy escaping Freddy's clutches by jumping into a body of water and him dragging her down into his lair, which inspired the underwater dream sequence in the second movie. Although Hooper's contributions aren't evident in the final cut, this is a great example of how collaborative filmmaking can sometimes be. Number 8. Heather Langenkamp's improvisation. While filming A Nightmare on Elm Street, Heather Langenkamp, who played the role of Nancy Thompson, improvised a lot of her dialogue. This included the famous "Do you want to play a little game" line, which she came up with during filming. She also added her own personal touches to the character of Nancy, making her more resourceful and independent than what was written in the script. In fact, Langenkamp was so heavily involved in the writing process that she even helped co-write the screenplay for the third installment of the franchise, Dream Warriors. Unfortunately, she wouldn't star in the movie as the producers wanted to move in a different direction with the character, but Langenkamp would return to the series in the 6th installment, Freddy's Dead, where she reprised her role as Nancy. Number 7. Johnny Depp's audition. Johnny Depp was cast in the 1984